This week's episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show is brought to you by Just a Note. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joe Hindy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 125, so let's get started. The Google Play Store is once again giving folks rentals for up to 75% off. With this, you can rent a single movie for up to 75% off, so if there's a title you've always wanted to watch, this is a great way to do it. This is likely to promote the video streaming side of the Play Store, and you can take advantage of this rental until March 31st. WhatsApp has had a very interesting week. First, it was announced that WhatsApp will be dropping their yearly subscription charge. Now it has been revealed that WhatsApp will be sharing details about its users with Facebook in order to, and I quote, improve Facebook experiences. We suppose it was only a matter of time before this happened, and you'll have a whole new terms of service to read as well. A while back, renowned indie developer Chris Lacey sold Link Bubble and TapPath to an unknown entity that would be revealed later. Later happens to be right now. The company is called Brave Software, and Lacey's applications will be used as framework for a browser that will pay you for advertising that you see. The idea is to get rid of large, annoying advertisements and replace them with ads that don't compromise the experience, but also don't screw over publishers like Adblock does. We'll see how that turns out. Roadhouse Interactive, developers of the popular Warhammer 40,000 Carnage game, has announced that they're working on an Iron Maiden game. This isn't the first time a musician or an artist has used a mobile game to promote their work, with artists like Avenged Sevenfold and I Am Yank doing similar titles to promote their work. It'll be out this summer, and it should be interesting. The latest Humble Bundle is now live. After announcing that the mobile exclusive ones would be discontinued, a new Humble Bundle materialized out of nowhere, and we couldn't be happier about it. This one has a few Pac-Man games, Puzzle Quest 2, Flight Control, and a few other games. You get 3 games for $1, you can get 6 games if you pay the average, and you get every game in the bundle if you pay more than $5. For even more Android apps and games news, headlines, and releases, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. We had a metric ton of news that we didn't have time for this week. If you want to, you can subscribe to the Android Apps Weekly newsletter using the form which is in the written companion, which is also linked in the video description below, and we'll send that to your email every Sunday afternoon. Okay folks, let's take a look at the apps and games that made a big splash this week. As usual, if you want to check any of these apps or games out, you can find those links in the video description below. Loot and Legends is a new game that was made for the nerd in all of us. It was designed by Richard Garfield, who is known for creating Magic the Gathering and includes enough pop culture and nerd references to fill a large boat. It's technically a card collecting game mixed with a board game, but you'll have plenty of opportunities to collect loot and a whole lot more. It's a unique experience that feels fresh in a genre that's been overloaded the last couple of years. Crash Lands is a fun little action-adventure game where you play as Flux, a trucker who gets stranded on an alien planet. Your job is to deliver packages while outwitting bad guys, crafting all kinds of things from random stuff that you find, and then defeating bosses. There are over 500 items that you can craft, an infinite inventory that manages itself, and RPG elements for character development. Best of all, there are no in-app purchases, which means no ridiculous pitfalls. Mimicker Alarm is the latest application to come out of the Microsoft Garage project, and it's going to wake you up. It's a well-designed alarm application with material design elements that makes you play games with it in order to turn off the alarm. Sometimes it'll ask you to make faces into the camera, speak various phrases, or actually get out of the bed. If you don't, the alarm will sound again. It's well done, and it definitely works. LEGO The Lord of the Rings is the LEGO take on the epic fantasy adventure, and one of the few LEGO games that actually costs money. This is a point-and-click hack-and-slash game that retells the epic story of The Lord of the Rings, except with a few fun little LEGO twists. The graphics are actually pretty good, and the mechanics are solid even if they take a moment to get used to. It features 90 playable characters, various control schemes, and tons of stuff to do. There are also no in-app purchases. After a very long time, Kickstarter has finally graced the Google Play Store with an official application. Thankfully, the extra time seems to have paid off because the application is everything that it needs to be. You can quickly browse and search through various categories, quickly log in and back projects you want to contribute to, and despite having a ton of information, the application does a great job of not getting overwhelming. It's a free application, and Kickstarter fans should definitely have it. This week's episode of the Android Apps Weekly Show is sponsored by Just a Note. This is a simple note-taking application that works in tandem with your dialer application so you can take quick notes after any phone call. Just place your call as normal, and when you're done, the app should open right up so you can jot down notes if need be. Notes can be done with text, or you can use your voice by pressing down on the mic icon and talking. You can also customize the theme of your notes, and the whole thing is wrapped up in beautifully done material design. You can also add phone call notes to your calendar for quick reminders, manage your call logs, and a whole lot more. It's also available in 8 languages if you don't happen to speak English. It's great for never forgetting what your call was about ever again. Give it a shot and show your support for the Android Apps Weekly Show. Once again, I'm Joe Hindi, the Android Authority app guy. While you're here, why not subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel? If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, and they're also linked in the video description below for you folks on mobile. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion, which is in the video description below, and don't forget to sign up for that newsletter. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.